Hi, I am Kedro on Two Wheels, and on this lovely evening let's talk about weather. Yes, I know that is the last thing a motovlogger should be talking about, the weather. Thing is, it has been raining, and yes, it does rain in Portugal. From what I've seen, the weather here is very close to California, or most of California. And that it does rain, but it doesn't rain all that much, or you don't have any rainy days. The thing is, and here's the actual topic, the weather has been all funky this year. Actually, for the past 5 years it has been gone funkier and funkier, and for the past 10 it has been coming on weirder and weirder, which is an effect, a direct effect of climate change or global warming. And that is cause-effect, and very, very easy to notice. So why do I say it's been very odd? For example, this year winter has arrived 3 months too late. We're going to have winter in spring, basically, because in December there was no rain. Everyone was riding around. Stop, please don't run into me. Because in December everyone was riding around because it was a gorgeous sun out. And our usual winter is like a couple of days of rain, not torrential rain, but showers, rain showers, which are interspaced with a little bit of sun or slightly overcast skies for, say, most of November, December and January. And then February and March it lets up, and then April it should start raining again like crazy, and then it stops and proper spring and summer begin. Thing is, this year, almost just like last year, winter came very late. Last year, mid-November, everyone was riding their bikes. This year, at the end of December, literally on Christmas Day, people were riding their bikes because there was no rain. It was ridiculous. And we would get, previously we would get these rain showery days, or 2-3 days, 3-4 days, and then interspaced with 1-2-3 days of sunny winter weather, which is very sunny, what you've been seeing. Usually very cold. It's masses of polar air that park on top of Portugal, so you have these beautiful winter days, very cold with very clear skies, very beautiful, very blue skies, very pretty winter day. And then you'd have more rain showers. The thing is, we've only had these pretty winter days the whole winter. And now not only that, but it's stormy, and stormy like it has never been seen before. A 2-week-long wind and rainstorm. This is as good as it has been getting for the past week and a half or so. We've had tornadoes in Portugal. Seriously, tornadoes. I've only heard of tornadoes in Portugal when I was already a grown man. Seriously, it's only in the past, what, 2 years that we've been having what meteorologists actually called tornadoes. And before that, they were tornadoes, but they were so unaccustomed to it, they just called it high-speed wind events, or circular wind events, everything but the dreaded word tornado. We've had an actual F1 tornado in Faro, in Algarve. An F1, we've actually had to use the classification system for tornadoes in Portugal. This is effing ridiculous, okay? That's just about as much proof as you would need of global warming, is just that. Unheard of. The thing is, global warming is not just warming, it's also coldening, as the beast from East is explaining quite vehemently to everyone in Central Europe. The Arctic gets hot, and so the cold air that was on the Arctic shifts somewhere, in this case, Europe. Okay? This was also why you've had those super frigid temperatures in the US, while your president gleefully exclaimed, "See, no global warming, it's cold where I live." Because in the meantime, the southern hemisphere was boiling hot. And so that brought up the cold air onto somewhere else. And who is calling me? Sorry. So that hot air pulled cold air from the poles and into the US. It's a global system. So the global warming ends up doing that. Winters get shorter and more intense, summers get longer and hotter. Remember last year we had some amazing temperatures during the Portuguese end-to-end. Then we had some seriously unheard of forest fires, and that's been growing worse every year. For the past 10 years it has been growing worse. In the past 5 it has been ridiculously going worse. Worse and worse and worse and worse. The pace at which this is changing is increasingly and visibly increasing. So I'm kind of worried for I'm seriously getting worried for my kids. I won't be around when the shit seriously hits the fan, but they will. So yeah, that's the weather. Hang on. It's been changing a bit everywhere, but here it's just very weird indeed. Usually by this time, by March, we're having a few rain showers. Okay, normal. But this would be more winter springy days, like more of those cold with blue skies days. The overcast and rainy are usually December and January. Then you'd have February again with the cold days with the pretty blue skies, March so and so, and then April it pours down again. I'm not sure why, but we even have a saying for that. In April 1,000 waters, that's the saying we have. But April usually rains a lot, and these past 3, 4, 5 years, not really. Does it rain in April? But then it rains in May, which is weird. The weather is all funky. It's all wrong. So yeah, that's the topic, the weather. Who would have known? I hope this was actually entertaining, because talking about the weather is not really that normal. But no, climate change or global warming, whichever you might want to call it, because they're one and the same, is not... It's a literal fact that we are seeing. We are seeing also slightly increased sea level. The sea level is rising, but very little so far, just a few centimeters. But what we are getting, and it's getting to the point where it's always on the news, but it's already getting as, oh, this is normal for this time of the year. No, this is normal for this time of the year. On the past 5 years, it wasn't normal before. We get the sea destroying infrastructure a bit everywhere. It wasn't very usual. It would happen every 10 years or so, and now it's happening every year, and sometimes multiple times each year. So yeah, this is going bad. Can you please tell the powers that be to make some changes so we have to stop polluting a bit less? And yes, I know I'm a bit of a hypocrite because my bike does not have a catalyst converter. Also my fault, my bad, sorry. So now what I'm doing with this one, change the subject. This is not my bike, this is this is my in-laws bike, and I'm taking it to be sold, and that's his son behind me with a pirate car, because there's one low beam that's broken. So yeah, I'm going to deliver this bike to be sold right now. And so that's it, Cage Around.